Casey and Swellia at the front. They've got a lot of angry Porsche 963s behind them. They're going to be interested to see what happens here in the opening of this race.
Here we go. The sprint race. Let's go. It's time for the action.
Thrilling opening to the race. Of course, 17-minute sprint race here we are starting off with before we then head on over to our main race.
Here we go.
So drivers are going to have plenty of opportunities out there to get themselves a result. Through the final two turns 3 and 4 of the NASCAR turns, before our Porsche 911 pace car heads onto pit road, will be set for the first race of the season here in the 2024 Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing All-Star Race. Green flag.
And we're green.
Here at Daytona, heading towards turn number 1. Tricky to get your braking right.
Good start from Sam.
Get some temperature into the
Oh, maybe not.
brakes, and everybody makes it through.
Spoke it out of existence.
In towards the international horseshoe.
Sam Soyd fell from P3 to P4. Oh, there's action. There's bumping.
Shoulder barging further back.
Is that TK? Yeah, that's TK.
Getting involved in all of that one as we go through the dogleg then, flat out in these prototype cars, in towards the West Horseshoe now for the first time.
Quirk and Daniel Gray right next to each other. Daniel Gray behind Basic Ollie.
I believe it was Daniel Gray that went a little bit deep in that bright teal machine into the international horseshoe. I'm not sure if there is going to be any lasting damage for the driver. It's been important that Casey Kerwin hasn't been able to break out of drafting range and pull himself clear as they work now onto the banking for the very first time. You'll note that in this race with no traffic, they're going to be pinched down to that yellow line, trying to minimize the distance that they travel around the track into the chicane for the first time. Of asking, though, don't expect too many drivers to be brave. Single file for the most part.
Yeah, they're all behaving themselves right now, and I would imagine that we'll be seeing a bit more fireworks towards the end of, maybe not this race, but the main race will be the one where it really starts picking up. But speaking of picking up the slipstream right now, heading towards the tri-oval for the first time. Looking around the outside, is there going to be a move made? No, there isn't by the Pulpo Lopez. But he's
Sam Soyd lost that spot, and he's going to have a hard time staying on the rear of Pulpo. Pulpo and Swelio and Casey are just so rapid.
Often at Daytona, we talk about not wanting to be the car leading on the white flag. You want to try and get the draft, and I know plenty of people have talked about iRacing's reduced draft model in the last 12 to 18 months, and so maybe that's a little less of an impact, but ultimately... That's
Sorry, I got to get all this shit set up.
Also for the Pulpo Lopez, let's just recognize, Paul, that he joined us midway through our 2023 All-Stars, really had a cracking run, all things considered, and so given that he's got the full season this time around to really make a bit of a statement in that Team PGZ car, I'm going to be curious to see how he gets on. He's just won a national championship in autocross as well, so carrying that virtual.
Dude, Popo's a beast.
And he's also got better cable management than me, but that's not exactly difficult in the background of his shot there. Through the Le Mans chicane, you can see how much speed they're able to carry. You've got to be careful on the exit of that, because you can pick up a slowdown penalty if you just cut the exit, the left-hander at the end of that Le Mans chicane. And now as we head on back towards the tri-oval, once again, Daniel Gray's dropping down the order on the timing tower on the left-hand side of your screen. I think he's had a slowdown penalty, but still at the front they are as they were. But meanwhile, further back, racing for 6th place, Dan Suzuki and TK. TK right now, he is in that 6th place after being 7th at the end of the last lap.
Yeah, TK also former winner of the Rolex 24 back in the good old Daytona prototype days. So one with
Casey Kerwin, a half second out front already.
Jamie McMurray. So we're curious to maybe get a question to him about how these cars compared to...
Oh, Daniel Gray fell down the order big time.
Like you iRacing Daytona 24 hours as well, just a couple of weeks ago. We had 17,000 drivers join us for the 2024 edition of that race. It was great fun, and I'm hoping that the rest of the special events this year are just as big and just as exciting.
Yeah, certainly, and this is what I love about iRacing as well, is that you've seen how, I mean, you look at Tony Kanaan, him and Quirk have just formed this almost sort of partnership between the two of them here, and they love to
I would love to get to the point where I can do this race or this series. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I did see TK making fun of
Let's go, TK.
earlier on social media, so definitely TK with the good sense of humour, and these drivers, we've seen that form, that partnership form out there on track. Further down, Kenny 500 trying to go the long way around Straddy with Grizzle right behind as well. Good to see the newcomer of Grizzle on the grid here, and trying to acclimatise himself to this race. But we're seeing plenty of action further down. I think everybody's just settled down now, haven't they, Arjuna?
Yeah, I do think for the most part drivers have got their nerves now settled into the new season. Of course, plenty of new drivers who will be...
Oh, Kerwin's just gonna walk away, man. He's too good.
Those that have been around the season series for quite a while will be, you know, probably able to jump into the thick of things pretty quickly. I think what we're also seeing in some ways, Paul, is the fact that so many of these drivers probably have got a decent number of laps at this track in this car, coming off that iRacing Daytona 24.
Whoever that is, that's a good-looking car.
I'm
Who is that?
I get some hate when I say this. You don't need to practice much at Daytona to be quick. You come here once a year for the 24, and then you hope never to see it again until the next January.
81. Who is 81? Strati? That's a good-looking car.
Let's just give you a little bit of a buzz, full throttle.
All right, Daniel Gray, come on, man. Get up in there. Come on. You can do it. Nice. Nice move.
What I love about that buzz sound like...
Whoa!
They're all getting a bit checked up at the front here, and there's moves being made further down the order, should I say. So, yeah, change of position.
Basic Ollie up to 7th. Nice. Driving well.
International horseshoe, should I say. You can hear that popping and banging on the exhaust from the onboard shot there. Really good to hear that in the sim. Casey Kerwin is making a breakaway at the front. He's a one.
Kerwin's gone, man. He's gone.
Papa Lopez was trying to make those moves down into the western horseshoe. Wasn't able to get it done, but that's allowed Casey to break away here.
I think we kind of were wondering, was it going to be the full hopes on the full invert for the main race to see Casey Kerwin not come out on top? Casey Kerwin did win the final round of the IMSA eSports Global Championship in a GTP car, albeit not a Porsche, alongside Owen Carroll. So he's now at that level where not just one of eNASCAR...
All right, Daniel Gray's got enough pace in a GTP. He can honestly top 10 still.
There was a little bit of a wiggle
With the amount of time left.
in front of Daniel Gray. And the one thing that you will sometimes note coming through turn number 1 in particular...
He drives a GTP quite a bit.
As compared to, I think, when we get to the...
Kerwin's just Kerwin. He's gone.
Is because of how much...
He gone. That's a good looking car too that he's driving.
Much more commitment through that opening corner. Once we get to the Super Cup, turn 1, it will be scary.
Yeah, those cars in the Super Cup, they will be sketchy. They'll be locking up the inside front wheel. It's going to be a real test for those drivers in the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Super Cup by iRacing. By the way, if you are waiting for that, that will be coming at the top of the hour. But you
Basic Ollie up to 6th. Why aren't we showing Ollie?
Because right now it's Casey Kerwin leading by 2 seconds over Swelly Almeida, with the Pulpo Lopez in third, Samsoid fourth ahead of Emery. Basically, Tony Kanan, Dan Suzuki have been switching places, along with Quirk at the back of them. Kenny 500 is behind Dan Suzuki now, who's been passed by Quirk. Straddy, Grizzle, Daniel Gray.
Come on, Daniel, make the move.
And Storm Melania.
Make the move.
Full field, 17 of them out there. Unfortunately for Storm Melania, she has dropped back from the back
Nice, Daniel, nice.
field here, so that does mean
Big lunge to the inside. Oh! Nope,
it's a dive.
not quite.
Riding on board during the Bose full throttle segment that we had, I'm pretty sure he's got a message for me on the front of his car. So I'm not sure if we can try and dial up a shot of that at some point to figure out what he would like from us up here in the commentary booth. But yes, a dive into the International Horseshoe on lap number 1, another attempted dive here. And I think what we are slowly seeing right now, Paul,
He's getting held up.
10 minutes into this race,
Daniel's getting held up bad here, I can tell.
basically fourth on
He wants to send it so bad on the inside of this guy somewhere.
They are as go through through turn 6 and 7, onto the oval again, and Arjuna
Aw, the little friends. The best buddies.
TK in a second. In fact, here he is, Arjuna taken away.
Yeah, we're joined by 2 drivers that competed in the iRacing Daytona 24 a couple of weeks ago, and then on social media in the last couple of days. have been
Get him, Quirk.
about
Get him.
Quirk, talk to us a little bit about what you throw on social media first.
Can you guys hear me now? Sorry.
Loud and clear.
What I think is, this is my villain arc with TK right now. Can you guys smell that? It smells like there's a pass coming in a couple laps. I'm really down.
Strong fighting words to TK. TK, you're a former winner of the Rolex 24. You were kind of wondering what it was like to compare this.
Dude, I'd be so bad at driving during an interview. Oh my god, I'd be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
He locks up.
so much faster than the old car that I drove. And you guys taking my concentration away. And Quirk's coming. I'm not, drivers don't talk while they drive. I'm not a streamer, so, but anyway, yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, I want to point it out that Quirk should thank me. I'm trying to make him extremely famous. I want to thank him also not to come here this weekend because, as you guys know, he was a little bit sick. So my wife told him not to come here. So thanks, Quirk, and you're not passing me. We're gonna go out together.
Fighting words between the two of you. Quirk,
Oh, Ollie with the big send in the bus stop. Is he gonna get him?
where's your face gone?
Oh, he got him. Ollie is climbing through the order, man. He's super underrated as a driver, I'm telling you.
For round 2.
You know what?
Basic Ollie's a very well-rounded driver.
One more question, then we'll let you go. TK, you say you're not a streamer, but one thing that I think it's been great for people in the last couple of years is to join you on your journey post-Real Motorsport career along everything. So as you're passing Emily Jones up the road, talk to us a little bit about this opportunity for you to bring your fans along for the ride.
I mean, obviously, that connects me a lot.
Oh, Suzuki is on Quirk's bumper.
This is great, right? I mean, obviously we joke, but Quirk became one of my best friends, and we met through here. So I think if I can give a little bit back to the community, to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be a lot less busy, spending a lot more time in the sim, and then I got a job, as you guys know, and now it's taking a lot more of my time. But I love streaming. I try to do it at least 5 times a week, and we joke around, and I think it's something that is important to all of us. And I love iRacing. I love this. I mean, every year, this is the time that I look forward to it. This year probably is the first year, thank God I'll be able to do all of these races so I can show everybody that we all gave.
Samsoid's kind of by himself.
And,
Ollie's almost a second ahead of TK.
yeah, I mean, I love
Let's run through. Let's see. Any battles?
as long as they keep supporting me.
Dan Suzuki is on the bumper of Emery.
Already got for Emily Jones as well.
Kenny 500, a couple seconds off Suzuki.
Thank you.
So there we go. Always good to hear
I think the main moves you're going to see is Suzuki here. You're going to see a fight for P13 with Malone and Strati, and that's about it. It's the closest battles on track right now. Battle for P2 is still pretty close too, between Polpo and Suelio.
It's going to be tight as to whether she can actually finish the race without getting into disqualification.
That's a good point. Now, do you know when that black mechanical meatball would have been thrown?
Well, the lap before, definitely.
So, given that we're going to come around to see what should...
Like how Casey's grabbing a gear in the middle of the turn, keeping traction in the tire.
Because we've still got just over...
That was the Daytona 24 strategy.
Make a bold prediction that's wrong. We're going to wait till we get to the line to find out how many laps we are. No such dramas from a week ago here in the virtual world, fortunately. But I think, Paul, what this does now mean, regardless, is as Casey Kerwin...
Daniel Gray trying to make a move on 11th.
Starts from reverse pole position. Can you imagine what it's going to be like for Kerwin, Almeida, and for the Polpo Lopez to try and get through some of that fighting in the mid-pack that we were monitoring?
Yeah, that's going to be a really, really big thing. And do you know what I love?
Let's go, Polpo. I like Polpo a lot, dude. Got a lot of respect for him.
11 right now is his heart rate, so he's working hard. It's going up to 115. He's having to work here. And you can see the concentration from the Polpo Lopez as well. He's focused here. It's great that
He's locked in.
These drivers' views and to put a face behind the name, but certainly, even though this is an all-stars race, this is serious stuff out here. We went across the line then, and we should be around about... Oh, that's going to be...
Are you going to make a call here, Paul?
I think we're going to be 2 laps.
I think it's going to be 1 to go, but I am very unsure about it. The question is going to be ultimately, when does Casey come towards that checkered flag? And we were debating, did you want to be second or not coming to the white flag? Well, regardless, the Polpo Lopez finds himself in that position and now needs to use that hybrid spool, bump it up into attack mode, and now try and launch himself into that chicane for maybe the final time.
Oh, the pressure is on. Look at that, 123 heart rate. That's just jumped up a few. I can tell you now, when I race, my heart rate's a lot higher than that, but that's because I'm significantly less fit.
Daniel Gray up to P10. Wow, what a drive. He started up there, fell back to like 16th, and he's up to P10.
Through this chicane, the Polpo Lopez, though, getting up over the curbs, not the best run there. As going through the final couple of corners. Now, do we get the checkered flag or not? We'll have to wait.
White flag.
We're getting the white flag. It's going to be 1.
Oh, it's checkered.
Or is it? No, the checkered flag is out. And it's going to be Casey Kerwin who takes the win. Then
wow. Nice.
Lopez finishes up.
Solid sprint race. Not bad.
Going to be 4th and 5th. It's close to the line. Further back your order as well.
Oh, it's close.
Apron there is Dan Gray, and there is
oh,
very damaged car.
TK crashed in the last turn.
Porsche 963 that needs to go to the spare parts department before we go for the fully inverted second race. But flag drama, at least not for us to deal with, as Casey Kerwin sees the checkered flag. And boy, if that was what we had for 17 minutes,
that was good.
The field, 27 minutes on the clock. This will be wild.
Ollie, man, I think Ollie had the drive of the race. To be honest with you.
Polpo Lopez in 3rd ahead of Samson, Basic Ollie, Quirk, Dan Suzuki, Kenny 500, Daniel Gray and Grizzle on debut.
Daniel Gray P9. Wow.
Up there in 2nd place.
Okay. Very nice, very nice, very nice.
In 11th place of this race as we go.
Oh, TK down to 16th. Maybe that was strategy?
6 ahead of Storm Melania, who made up 2 places just by just running out there and getting some places. TK and Emery both finishing at the back of the field. Well, that was just the sprint race that we had to deal with there, Arjuna. We've got another race to come along, and it's an extra 10 minutes longer is this next race. 27 minutes main race here for the All-Stars, and well, there was some excitement in that one. We're looking forward to an even longer race now.
And we got to listen to TK and Quirk, right? And the banter they had back and forth. It was almost as though they're getting ready for their road to WrestleMania. But the promo that Quirk threw down, I mean, the excitement I think we should be in for the rest of the season. It's palatable. And ultimately, Paul, I like that we're only using this 963 for 3 rounds of the championship, because as much fun as it is, what's even more fun is mixing things up and shaking up the pecking order. And hopefully that's what we'll do when we break into the other 2 cars in the season.
I'm still gunning for Bailey, but that's just me. As well, we take you away. Casey Kerwin is going to be your race winner without Jimmy.
So let's see if we can dial up Casey and talk a little bit about winning another race in the Porsche All-Stars. This time, Casey, it's the first time at Daytona. Talk to us about what it means for you to win here, because I know this is one of your favorite tracks in the world.
Yeah, this is definitely on the road side of things my bread and butter now, from doing all the IMSA stuff kind of in my off season lately and last year. You know, being in the GTP cars is what I'm most used to on the road side, and Daytona, obviously I have endless amounts of laps here with the amount of 24s and stuff I've done. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Swelio and Pablo were really quick there at the beginning. I think they kind of had a few slip-ups that I was able to break draft, and then I almost threw it all away there with like 2 to go in the turn 1. But yeah, it's pretty tricky to manage the tires with how hot it is. But yeah, it's good fun, and look forward to the reverse grid now.
It's good to hear that even you make mistakes. A winner here in the IMSA Esports Global Championship, of course. Reverse grid, we've got 27 minutes. You're going to have to fight your way through a mid-pack that was quite contested. What are your expectations? What should we be watching for in your onboard?
I don't know, honestly. It's pretty, like, everyone's is quick enough where it's going to be tough to pass. It's without some big sense. Everyone's pretty quick, and if you kind of get in a draft train, it's kind of hard to make some moves. So we'll see how the start goes. Obviously, that's always the biggest thing, is kind of getting through the first few corners, and then yeah, we'll see how it shakes out from there. But obviously, I think Emily and TK had some issues, I think, so they'll be up front, so they'll be definitely really hard to catch. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Another race win for Casey Kerwin in the Porsche All-Stars. Let's catch up with Love 46 as well before we go racing for the main race of the All-Stars. Great to have you back, Love 46. Talk to us about this Porsche 963, about Daytona, a really interesting way to get the All-Stars back underway.
Yeah, this is a great combo, and I'm so happy that we're going to drive GT cars this season. And I really like Daytona, and that's such a nice way to start the season of Porsche All-Star.
So we have Hockenheim up next, and then the Circuit de la Sarthe before we switch up the cars. Which of the 3 tracks in this GTP is your favorite? I do have to ask.
My favorite will be Le Mans, definitely. I'm looking forward for this one. And then we'll see how we'll do with Porsche Cup and GT3. We've got amazing cars, amazing schedule. I'm looking forward for this.
Looking forward to seeing you across the rest of the Porsche All-Stars. Great to have you back, Lubiov. Best of luck in the second race today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And so, Paul, as we wrap up, a quick catch-up with some of our drivers, only about a minute away from getting underway for that fully inverted main race.
Yeah, absolutely. And these drivers, of course, will have a full lap to do to grid. And Arjuna, we've been luckily joined.
There he is, Matt Malone.
Well, Matt, it looks like it was a bit of trials and tribulations for you out there in this one.
Yeah, listen, I mean, the qualifying didn't go so well because I didn't have a draft partner during quali, so I had to start near the back, but it's okay. And then Love 40, well, the problem, Love 46 and me and her were kind of working together there, but then Daniel Gray came, our little party we were doing, and he was chucking it in there with his Australian netcode, which I didn't think was a great idea, but we saw there, but that was fun.
But second race, you're going to be further up the grid. You're looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I got to keep everyone behind me, okay?
Reverse grid, this is going to get interesting. Very, very interesting.
We'll let you get prepared for this one. So that's Matt Malone joining us very quickly.
Very, 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 very interesting. Here we go. They're already going. Nice.
The second race of the All-Stars season. Always good to get their thoughts. And well, let's take a look.
All right, dude. Honestly, TK can hold his own enough.
Tony Kanaan, of
I know he doesn't have the pace of the top guys, but he can hold his own enough against the people around him to go and win this. Because you think about it, the people that should have finished toward the back are now in the front. TK has the pace to be a top 5 guy, and he's starting on the front row. Could really work out for him here.
And then it's a 6th row for Dan Suzuki and Quirk. A lot of talk from Quirk.
I'm rooting for Basic Ali, man. I think he's super underrated in the iRacing community as a driver. He's a phenomenal content creator. I love his stuff. I watch every stream he does. I'm rooting for Basic Ali in this series. That's my guy right now. Him, Daniel Gray, just because he's new at this. I root for the underdogs, and I feel like those are 2 of the underdogs here that are very capable of good results as well.
We've got a nice big grid, and that's with a couple of drivers missing in this opening round as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. We're expecting a couple more to maybe join us over the rest of the season. My application to the Porsche All-Star division has still not been seen, or, you know, maybe they've seen it and just decided not to respond to me. Whatever the case may be there, of course, 17 minutes.
Okay, this is 27 minutes. So probably 6 to 8 more laps, I would say.
Is important, Paul, because especially at a track like this where we're talking about draft and about how important that will be, none of these drivers have that ability to dial out a little bit of that rear wing and be a rocket ship in a straight line.
Well, the worried sound there on board for Tarjuna, taken away with our guests now.
Yeah, we've got Dan Suzuki, we've got Storm Molina joining us now.
Dan is awesome. I love Dan.
All-Stars. We can see on the right-hand side of your monitor the drivers rolling out on the formation lap. How much fun was that first race?
Oh, it was great. Like, I tried to, as always, like get out of all the all the trouble. Yeah, I mean, what's good fun. Like, I love the GTP Porsche. I love Daytona. So yeah, it's been good.
Sounds like a pretty fun combo for you. Storm Molina, how's it been for you as an introduction into the world of the Porsche All-Stars? A bit of a trial by fire, hasn't it been?
Yes, a little scary. Definitely just trying to keep up.
Now, though, you're placed into the thick of it all. You're going to start in 3rd with everyone trying to get past you. What's the nerves? What's the emotions right now as you get ready to head
Oh,
off?
she looks nervous, dude. I would be a nervous wreck.
Dan, do you have any words of encouragement to someone who's going to be trying to...
I'd be a mess.
...forward as quickly as possible?
It's very easy. You just pass Tony and Emily, win the race, no problem.
Totally. I can do this.
We'll let them all struggle around you, and we'll see how it goes. Guys, best of luck for the 27 minutes in front of you. I can only imagine how crazy it's going to be.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Paul, you can hear a little bit of trepidation there. I think that is for sure.
She's nervous. But I would be too. I think anybody that is a fairly smaller content creator, whether it's iRacing or any game, and you do some invitational type of tournament or race, man, I'd be a nervous wreck too.
You got Love 46 alongside you as experience from this series. Borjazazo, Stradi behind. It's a good group of drivers to be around. I think Storm Molina will do well here.
And again, I don't blame her for being quite scared, because we know what these full inverts have been like in the past, and now we're going to Daytona, so I can only imagine how much crazier it's going to be. I did go and figure out, by the way, what the memo that Daniel Gray had for me was. Hi Arjuna, please say nice things about me. I think the most kind thing that anyone has ever said today on this broadcast about Daniel Gray was Australian netcode, and I am going to steal that from Matt Malone.
I'll tell you what, everyone seems to ask you for the nice comments, so I can be as nasty as I want.
There you go.
Is that what it is? There
Exactly.
we go.
All right.
I feel like the reins have been let go.
What are we thinking? I think TK will hold his own long enough to be top 3.
It's the Porsche 963. There's the message.
Please say nice things about me. Typical Daniel Gray.
To be honest, I think that's a little bit plain as that paint, but there you go. That's my opinion. We're getting ready for the start then.
All right. Let's see what happens.
of good racers in previous seasons of this championship. We're waiting for the
Nice. Good start from TK.
on green, and we are underway for 27.
Oh, they're going 3 wide. They're 3 wide.
Heading towards turn number 1 right now.
Oh! They're banging doors.
Adoring going on there, side by side.
Oh, that's going to cause a mess behind. It's going to get hairy. Oh!
Clean into turn 1, into the International Horseshoe for the first time. There's a car has got
Is that TK already falling back?
International Horseshoe.
No, it can't be.
And I'm trying to figure out where Casey Kerwin is.
Kerwin is second to last.
In 16th out of 17 position in cars right now, so he hasn't necessarily made a storming start. Tony Kanaan has gone
Dude, this is going to get... Oh, TK threw it away.
tail end of the field. It will be onto the banking as another one goes around.
Oh, that's Ollie.
Loses the rear end.
Oh,
Rip.
was he pushed or did he fall? That is the big
Oh, now it's going to be very interesting. Matt Malone, P5.
running away at the front right now, 3.2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. I do think that we need to call a safety car or something. Let's close the field back up here because well, Emery can't have it all her own way.
Throw the yellow. Bunch them up again. Throw the yellow.
Which is why I get this race done as quick as possible. The problem, Arjuna, is it's not by laps, it's by time.
Yes, and so hopefully there's no confusion like we had in the previous race as to whether there was going to be 1 to go, 2 to go. Maybe there
Big
was
send around the outside into turn 1.
Grizzle's going to
Big send.
try and pressure Borjazazo in through turn number 1 as off the banking they will unload and
That's a pass. That's a pass.
to the inside. Grizzle
Yeah, that's a pass.
inside as they run in towards turn number 3. Great fighting here. Pretty sure I saw a puff of smoke in the background. Daniel Gray maybe went around.
Oh, well, he's falling off.
Daniel Gray. Ah.
To the back of the field. Meanwhile, Grizzle, one of our newcomers, to the head of
Grizzle. Making some good moves, man.
second place right now.
Casey Kerwin, 7th. Dude, he might win this. I think he might win this.
The pressure from Stradi right now. Not able to get past his Stradi. So Grizzle now trying to pull away.
Suelio and Polpo, 9th and 10th. So they're moving up through the pack.
That are behind Borja right now. Stradi, Matt Malone, Love 46.
Samsoy moving up through the pack.
Place already. That's a gain of 10 places. Dan Suzuki 8th ahead as well as Almeida. The Pulpo Lopez, well, the Pulpo Lopez started in front of Almeida, has ended up behind, and it's, well, deja vu from the sprint race.
Yeah, and you mentioned Casey in front of Almeida.
Polpo's better off following Suelio through the pack and making a move later in the race. If he could just stay on his bumper.
As we watch Matt Malone just jink out of that draft, and I think one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on here, Paul, is not just using the draft, but how do you use the side draft as well? Because now as Matt Malone pulls out, he doesn't have that hole in the air being punched in front of him. What he can do is get close to the right
Nice.
of the car inside, just pull a little bit of air off.
Good driving by Matt Malone.
He's not speeding himself up, he's slowing the other car down.
Nice move, Matt. Nice. Got it done.
And is up to 4th spot.
I think we might have found out
That's a wonderful move.
because both him and TK, Tony Kadan, are both on pit road right now.
Ah,
In their free repair. Of course, these drivers
the races are over.
free repair here in this. They'll get more than one free repair, but I think they don't want to use one if they have to. Meanwhile, Grizzle's pulling away from Borja Zazo and is actually now setting sights on Emery at the front. So Emery's got to be looking at that relative box right now, and if you're new to iRacing, you're wondering what I'm talking about, on the screen when you're driving, you can have a little bit of a box in the corner of your window just to see.
Oh, here's what happened to Daniel Gray. Let's see.
To Daniel Gray, this is into turn 1, and this
Oh, this just got messy behind him.
3 into 1 just does not go.
So,
He was just a victim of that situation. Oh, man.
well, the nice commentator was going to say Daniel Gray had done absolutely nothing wrong initially, and then did absolutely nothing wrong to justify whatever happened there. So Daniel Gray and TK, like Paul mentioned, down to pit lane to get a fast repair, effectively a fresh car.
Rip, dude.
Matt Malone on the outside outside of Borjazazo is going to be confident in trying to work his way.
Matt Malone making moves in the PESC All-Star race, dude.
The final spot on the podium for the time being.
I am impressed. But now he's got Kerwin on his bumper.
He's gonna try it at least, but Matt Malone's gonna fight that one off. And yeah, closes the door and slams it shut. Weaves to say no.
Come on, Matt. Hold him off.
That way into the Western Horseshoe. And
Oh.
okay, I'll try the long way around again.
Oh, what's he gonna do? He's on the inside now. Oh!
Oh, not quite. Again, Malone slams the
He's defending. He's defending.
through the left here onto the banking and in towards NASCAR turns 1 and 2.
Casey's gonna eat him up through the bus stop and get him through the back or the front straight. That's what's gonna happen.
For these drivers, what's helping Matt Malone here is he has got Borjazazo just in front, giving a draft, but Casey right underneath the rear wing of Matt Malone.
Wasn't close enough to go for it though, so backs out of it. It's going to just try and set this one up.
Okay, Matt got through well. Matt got through well. Matt might make the move on Borja for P3.
You can see Malone following him, just trying to find a little bit of that.
He's gonna send him.
Here we go.
Oh, he's sending.
Cut below the yellow line, not typically accepted in endurance racing, but the NASCAR driver in Matt Malone goes down.
That's right, baby. Oh, dude, that didn't work out for him. Casey's. Oh.
Momentarily, but Casey Kerwin's ripped the third spot on the podium away from his hands.
Well, there's a 2-for-1 from Casey Kerwin.
And there goes Casey Kerwin to the inside of the International Horseshoe, heading towards.
Dude, I just watching Matt makes me want to smile. It just does. He's a big teddy bear.
Kerwin then to the inside and gets the job done.
He's driving well, man. Matt's driving super well.
A wave of the hand, and yeah, what can you do against this? Just
And dude, even after spinning, Basicali's down in 14th. He's only 13 seconds out of the lead. He's only 4 seconds off of P10. He can make that up.
Now about 3 seconds off of the point, and so Kerwin's going to close on that second car pretty quickly, and then we'll get a pretty good sense for how much forward he's going to work from there. It's rinse and repeat from the race earlier today. Sully Almeida in front of the Pulpo Lopez into the Lamar.
I wish for this series alone, just because it's an all-star series or whatever, I wish if there's a big caution, they'd throw a yellow. Like a short-term yellow. Let the guys get their repairs, catch up to the tail end of the field, and then throw the green flag. It's that easy. Just bunch everybody up. Got to get creative with it. It's an all-star series, you know. Like, let's throw in some weird off the wall rules. I think that'd be cool. The reverse grid's cool, but they could add to that and build on like that aspect of this race specifically, and it could be very, very like entertaining. While it'll still be a high quality race, you know.
Yeah, now we'll get to see if Sully
Hey, what's up, Andrew? Sorry if I didn't see your chat.
Sully, it's great to have you join us in the Porsche All-Stars. How much fun have you been having, especially with that Pulpo?
These dudes are battling, man.
I mean, I could have had a little better start right there. Casey nailed it for sure. You guys just scared me.
What you up to, Andrew?
Right now with this movie on the channel. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get there, and he kind of lost a little bit of focus, and I think he's going for it, so I'm gonna let him go for now and see if he can catch up. And then after that, we're gonna decide if we're gonna fight, because this race is a little bit longer. So the pack ahead is pretty close, and I think we can fight for, I think, P4. You never know what's gonna happen with the 3 first guys, but yeah, it's been super fun right now. It's been a while since I do some serious sim racing.
Emery's driving good.
So much in content creation, on my coaching, on my course, and racing in real life. There's some big announcements to be done this month.
So,
yeah, it's always
is there another broadcast right now of the Porsche Cup drivers, or is that after this? Do you know?
How have we been enjoying the 963 at Daytona to kick things off?
Now I am lucky
looking up the tires.
Keep asking him questions. Yes, go, 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 go.
Took advantage of the
I would be so bad at doing an interview
to pass him, and now
while driving.
we're the same. So this is pretty hectic, to be honest.
Well, welcome back. That's all we can really say. You're going to have to deal with us for a few more rounds of this championship.
Samsoid's hanging with him too.
Forward as well. 963, the Porsche Cup machine, and then the GT3, all coming up this season.
I would assume it's after this.
Favorite, given that
Is Jimmy's racing in that, right?
variety of machinery.
Well, here's the thing. I never have a real favorite car.
And by the way,
I always like.
how'd you find my stream? Because I've never streamed on YouTube, so when people come in, I'm just curious because I want to get better at getting my name out there on YouTube.
Fast, agile cars instead of like a GT car. And then it took me a few months until I liked it. But then I really loved it. So right now, I'm going to say in a biased way that I really prefer the Cup.
Oh, Discord. Okay.
And I know I'm going to be a little bit more competitive.
Oh, gotcha. Nice.
All over the place and trying to learn the car. I had, I think, 3 hours.
How's your racing been going on iRacing?
It's a real beast.
That it is. One more question. We'll let you guys go to focus.
Nice to finally meet you, by the way.
The Pulpo Lopez. I saw on social media that.
Sorry if I haven't got back to you enough. I've been working on a lot of different things just to get Work Sim Racing going, and I'm basically doing all of the work for the team currently because the other two guys are busy, Mikey and Sam, and it's taking up a lot of time.
For me, was a dream come true. And also
Hey man, if you can
purple like the Pulpo.
avoid losing
So working out.
above 20 I rating, I'm happy with that.
as well for future rounds.
You know, if you have a race where you're starting the back, you don't make any moves, or you make some moves and then salvage some I rating, that's always good.
Heart rate's gone down a little bit again, so we'll let you focus on the next 15 minutes that lie in front.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, there we go. I mean, if we've found out one thing is that commentators distract drivers.
Yes.
I think we discovered that last year. I think we're continuing building a sample size, aren't we? This is
Oh, Suzuki got Matt? How? I didn't see that.
sample size, get as much data as possible. The data that isn't looking good for Matt Malone at the moment.
Dude, I couldn't drive. There's no way I would have the balls to race that at Nürburgring. No way. It sounds fun, but
is leading this little group.
I would just die.
Yeah, and we're
There's no way I would survive that race.
where about halfway in, you have the separations that have now built up. And we were talking with Swelio and the Pulpo Lopez for quite a while, and poor Swelio got quite distracted through all of that. That 5014 PGZ car now has Love 46 and Strati in between him and Swelio. So I think what we are going to see now, KZ's only 3.5 seconds off of your race leader, so Emery's going to increasingly start to come under pressure.
Oh, Matt with a lockup.
I think that's what Matt Malone's just done through the International Horseshoe.
Well, if he didn't, he was very sketchy on the brakes going through there, and there's a big queue of cars then. So it is led by Porsche Zaza. It's Zaza, it's Suzuki, it's Malone, it's Pulpo Lopez. Pulpo Lopez struggling to get past Matt Malone. We saw how it took a little while for Casey Kerwin to make his way past Matt. So he's a keen defender, is Matt, but, well, right now, there's Samsoid on board with Dave.
So as of now, I'm still working on the next driver lineup. I'm just getting everybody's information and making a decision based off of what I understand about that person. You know what I mean? As far as their I rating, like I want to pair people close on I rating, but for now, me, Mikey, and Sam are a car.
Best seat of the house right now.
Then I have the 4 Dutch kids, the young karting kids. That's another car. Those are the 2 cars that are set in stone. And then I have a few guys that I'm interested in the next car, but I have to line that all up. I'm just we got some time to decide, so I'm just letting it kind of develop, seeing if there's going to be any more interest, and then I'll really start focusing on picking and choosing. Because you want people that can work well together and mesh, and some of it's going to be trial and error. So I'm just, to at least start out, I'm going to group them close in I rating, throw them out there, see how the first one goes, And hopefully before Bathurst, we can do a couple 6 hours and just kind of trial and error it and see who works well, who doesn't. You know, because there's teams that you need a guy who can start the race and make moves early if he needs to, that's got some pace. And then you need a guy that's like just solid as a rock, just clicks off the laps. So that's just going to be learning who does what better than the next guy, and we'll decide that stuff over time. But I'm going to try to get in touch with those that I'm super interested in. So make sure be active in the Discord, and we'll just try to talk once in a while about how the racing's going, how the driving's going, what you're working on. And then as we get closer, I'll develop kind of a plan for the drivers to work on their stuff, you know. Just be on the lookout. Matt is in a battle right now, dude. Borja's kind of holding up Dan and Matt. Andrew, where'd you say you were from, bro? I don't remember. Sorry. I've had a lot of applications. Nice. Okay, cool. Malone lost. Not good for Malone. Hey, Matt takes the spot back.
So, as they come out of the Le Mans chicane once again, and then onto the banking, and you could see the degree of banking.
They need to interview some other people.
On board with that gyroscopic camera, just how much these cars lean through, how much the cars are tilted up with the banking. Onto the brakes once again, and Matt Malone has dropped down to 8th place here. So Suelia Amida and the Pulpo Lopez are ahead. Dan Suzuki and Borja Zazo in front are fighting it out as well. Arjuna out of the International Horseshoe, and well, Borja Zazo still stays ahead.
Still frustrating Dan Suzuki as Casey Kerwin's got up to second and now works to try and close the gap on your race leader. So don't count out Kerwin from being able to go 2 for 2 to open up the 2024 Porsche All-Stars. But yeah, mentioned earlier, Borja Zazo has been really on a defensive drive that is to be watched and to be monitored. He is placing that car exactly where it needs to be. And even if Casey Kerwin and Grizzle were able to work on forward, the fact that Dan Suzuki, a very capable attacker in his own right, has been unable to work his way on forward goes to show how difficult Borja is making it, and now runs that inside line on the entry into the Le Mans chicane.
Borja showing a great display of defensive driving right now.
Yeah, he's honestly defended really well this entire race.
As well, as I say, Dan Suzuki, Suelia Almeida, the Pulpo Lopez, Matt Malone, Love 46, Stradi, Samsoy, Basic Ollie, Quirk, Kenny 500's dropped back from the
Basic Ollie driving well.
Storm Molina, unfortunately dropping down to 15th place at the in the early.
Ollie's right on 10th and 11th right now. He can still make some moves forward.
Of turn number 1, try as he may, cannot get that move.
Oh, car got loose.
Could this be the one?
Oh my God, he drove him wide.
That's going to allow Almeida and also
Oh, that's not good.
try and come through here. Suelio made it through. Pulpo Lopez didn't.
Now they're both going to go through. They're just the faster drivers.
So that changed back around after we stopped interrupting them and allowed Suelio the opportunity to settle back into his rhythm. So keep that in mind. As off the track, I think that was Dan Suzuki and maybe the Pulpo Lopez as Almeida tries to go the long way around a turn.
Matt Malone back up to P6. Dude, The reverse grid is awesome.
Sooner rather than later. Bottom of the screen, Basic Ollie and Samsoid side by side as well.
Basic Ollie making a move on Samsoid. Oh, wow. Telling you, dude, Ollie's very good. He's good.
For one of our newcomers to the series, up 12 places in this one. And Borja now has got to be careful here because here comes Matt Malone. We've seen Matt.
Dude, Matt Malone is ripping.
In this race.
Come on, Matt. Get around him this time. Let's go. Get him.
We've got 6.5 minutes.
Oh, Borja's going to push him. Oh, Borja's going to push him wide. Maybe not. Oh! Oh, that was danger. That was danger. We almost witnessed a death right there.
And Matt Malone barely got that stopped in the nick of time. I don't know how close he was.
Oh, no.
But he gets a hip check from the side of Dan Suzuki. Don't think there was
He is. Oh my God, he's defending well this race. Matt Malone is, and so is Borja.
This is incredible. It's intense stuff to say the very least.
Suzuki's getting held up right now. I think he's got some pace.
Casey Kerwin's now within 2 seconds of the lead. We've got this crazy battle pack for fourth on back. I mean, where do you even look?
Casey has been able to get past Grizzle. You're absolutely right there. If you are wondering about Pesk, he's going to be following this race here. But what a race this has been so far in the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup All-Stars. And this darting in and out to the inside of the chicane. That's not going to work, Dan. And that's going to allow Matt Malone to make the move. Oh my God.
Nice.
Penalty, surely. And Borja Zazo, no, it's just a bad run out of the chicane. And that's going to be 3 wide through the banking. That's not going to work. Bumping and barging.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
It's everybody for 5th place.
Dude, they are all here now. It's all for P5 right now.
Porsche 963 in the wall, but all's fair in love and war, it turns out. Basic Ollie gets shoved by Love 46 as we work our way off of turn number 1. They're still 2 by 2, almost 3 rows deep. As
Holy moly.
46 on the inside in the blue and purple machine. Borja Zazo still trying to play Spanish Minister of Defense alongside of Basic Ollie, but Borja Zazo's gone from 4th to 8th in the blink of an eye.
Oh my goodness, he's gone down to 9th here, although could he be able to get that place back? Basic Ollie alongside, can get on the power.
Basic Ollie, my guy. I'm telling you, man. I've been telling you. He's in there. He's on the move, man.
This is sensational stuff. And well,
oh, I think Kerwin's going to get it done.
Because this one is great, and these all-stars
He's pushing right now.
deliver entertainment. We are getting that by the bucketful here in this race. And if you're looking at this and thinking, well, I want to try my hand at iRacing, well, head on over to iRacing.com today. Start your iRacing career. 40% off of all new memberships here. So do check it out, iRacing.com. And while you're at it, on the website, check out iRacing.com/Pesk.
Samsoid. Gonna make a send here.
And also the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing that's following this race. This is not getting given up just yet though. Porsche Zaza to the inside.
Samsoid went way wide.
Doesn't work for Dave.
Yep, and of course the Apex Racing team are going to be cheering on David Samsoid before they get ready to see their World Championship drivers take to the main World Championship.
Oh!
Zazo gets the rear end almost sliding.
Yeah, he's been burning the tires off that car.
The effort of saving it brings it back into a straight line, but David Samsoid around the outside and forward to 9th spot.
So gaining.
Oh! Oh, that was close.
To move forward, and well, this is certainly big wiggles. I think the longer race is just having an effect on these drivers. The tires, they will be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Borja Zazo burnt the freaking tires right off that car with all the defending he was doing.
To the banking once again. Time is running out for these drivers. Time is also running out for Casey Kerwin at the front, and he's now 1.2 seconds back from Emily Jones.
Oh, he's close.
Borja, Zazo, Quirk, Love 46 and Stradi all together around the outside.
Oh, there went Quirk.
Quirk's around. Thank you very much. Well, you don't need to ask Love 46 2 questions about gaining that position.
Well, I guess
Huge battle for P5 right now. We need to go back to that.
And now we go to the Hockenheim ring for week 2. A little flatter of a track, maybe a little less.
Yeah, I think Casey's going to get it done. He's got a couple laps.
Plenty of tight confines racing as well, and so as in they go.
Oh, they're still battling.
From the Pulpo Lopez in that Team PGZ car with Basic Ollie lurking in behind. Should be 2 laps to go here, Paul. No such dramas as in that first race of the evening.
As we go through
Ollie has a chance to do something cool here.
the International Horseshoe, it's going to be close here, and these drivers will
Come on, Matt.
going through here. It's through the right-hander
Ollie's going to get a run on him here.
once again, and then onto the brakes to double left-hander. Well, Arjuna, this is certainly an intriguing last few minutes.
I mean, it's been great. What a way to open up the Porsche All-Stars as well for 2024. New drivers, a brand new car to the series as well, and to the World Center of Racing to kick things off. I mean, we could not have really set up as many storylines to be as exciting as this.
Ollie.
Porsche team,
Nope.
along with iRacing, have managed to get everything dialed in, and well, it's really just an appetizer for the main course yet to come. The Porsche eSports Supercup. Jordan Caruso, the defending champion. People trying to find out if he can be the first back-to-back champion. We've got one more lap though of the All-Stars before we get to switch over to that.
Oh, this is going to be close as well, because Casey Kerwin at the front of the field. It's just 0.3 of a second between Emery and Casey as they're coming through the tri-oval. Meanwhile, to the head of
Oh, the pass for the lead. Here it comes.
through the dog leg, and right now, if you're Emily Jones, you're thinking, oh no, why couldn't that checkered flag have come 1 lap sooner for me? Well, she's got the hard work to do now. Casey Kerwin behind. You can see the two of them. Look at Emily, eyes darting all over the screen.
She's dialed in.
Looking in the mirrors, seeing where Casey is. Casey.
Oh, he's going to get her. I don't know, man. He ate that gap up. He made up so much time. She had to have made a mistake or something, because she's been driving really well.
He just takes the move now.
Problem was that both
There he goes.
relatively even run out of turn 6.
There he goes.
And so now,
Nope.
side by side, Kerwin effectively pinching Emery on corner entry, but she gets through the sequence as perfectly as you would want. Look at the surprise, the reaction from Emery. She might have this.
She got through really well.
Don't say that yet, because here comes Casey. We're on the final lap. It's close, but is it going to be?
It's over.
It's going to be Emily Jones.
She got it done, man.
A flash of the highlights from Casey Kerwin.
Good for her.
Is your race winner in the main race of the Porsche TAG Heuer.
Good for her, man.
iRacing All-Stars. Great stuff to see from those two. The rest of your field are going to be working their way through to finish the line, but let's take you to the Buzz post-race show here, because we're running out of time here with the All-Stars. But my goodness, here's the results. Emery ahead of Casey Kerwin, Grizzle, Swelly Almeida, Dan Suzuki, Pulpa Lopez finishing 6th ahead of Basic Ollie, Matt Malone, Sam Floyd and Borja Zazo. Love 46 ahead of Stradi with Storm Molina.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. She drove really, 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 really well. She pulled away early.
And hopefully,
She had like a 4-second gap at one point, I think.
with our race winner, and take it away, Arjuna.
I mean, Emily, what a race that was. I have to really
She should be really happy. All right, man. Peace out. Nice meeting you. Thanks for chilling.
surprise on your face said you didn't expect to hold on.
Yeah, look, I was unsure of if Casey was going to send it around the outside, and I'll be honest, I backed it down a tiny bit in the middle of the chicane because people in my chat were like, "You should do that," and I'm like, "Okay," and then it worked. So, yeah, good times.
So it sounds like I'm going to need to slide into the chat for the remaining Porsche All-Stars races and give you terrible advice, but congratulations, Emery, on grabbing a victory here at Daytona.
Thank you, and yeah, good work, Casey. He's pretty good. Imagine if there was like an American, like pro iRacing series. I reckon he could compete in that. He's very good.
Just a little bit good, Paul, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. He's okay. He's all right. Well, I mean, that was an exciting.
Good race. Good race. Good race.
Coming up next, it's going to be the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing, and well, the Porsche Cup cars around here. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be thrilling, isn't it?
It is, and as far as I'm aware, Paul,
Probably won't be able to stream this whole part, but I'll watch some of it.
for real-world competition. So this is a first for Porsche, for iRacing, and for everyone to get to see.
Well, stick around because that's coming up next.
There we go. This will be good. Oh, dude, this is gonna be spicy.
Australia has yet another champion here in the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup.
Hey, if you're chilling in the stream, by the way, don't forget to hit the like button, please. It'll push my videos out more, so I greatly appreciate it. This is pretty hype. Oh, look at that thing.
Welcome to the first race of season 6.
Okay. Pretty sick intro. Ooh. I dig.
Well, it has been a long way, but we are finally here for the opening rounds of the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing, and we are doing it right here at Daytona International Speedway. Paul Smith and Arjuna Kankapati back once again. My goodness, this has been I've been looking forward to this one. I've been excited.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this, Paul. Since we crowned Caruso the champion, I've been waiting. I got to go to Porsche Rennsport reunion, see all the classic Porsche race cars. Got this great poster over my shoulder as well. But ultimately, even if I'm a bit under the weather today, it could not stop me from being here for the series' first trip to the World Center of Racing. We're going to unleash the Porsche 992 Cup car around the World Center of Racing.
Well, we were having so much fun with the All-Stars that unfortunately we have just missed out on qualifying, but we can tell you that our TAG Heuer pole position award winner, the first one of the season, well, it will go to Sebastian Job. This driver, he has been on some real form in the Porsche eSports Carrera Cup Great Britain that started in the last few weeks, and he seems to be carrying that over here into this series.
It is the 10th pole position for Sebastian Job in
Let's see the lap.
Supercup. And so Sebastian joins us now. Seb, we're building up out of the Le Mans chicane, newly renamed. Talk to us about this lap and the tire conditioning that goes into making it so fast.
Yeah, so there's a lot of focus on tyres for this round, so you see quite a big spread in the field. Mostly just trying to get them into that perfect window. And then as we come up to turn 1, we're kind of opening up the corner as much as possible, bringing it over to the right, and we use all of the track. We go beyond the white line as that's what's allowed. And then I managed to hook it in very nicely, get right up to the grass. And
I still haven't raced this car.
And this kind of tells you if your lap's going to be good. You can tell when your tyre is in the right window, because when you go through turn 2, it just grips on exit and you can just floor it on throttle. Really nice exit, as you can see, and I knew straight away that it's going to be a good lap, because you just know you've got the tyre in the right window at that point. And then because I know that, I can brake really late into here and carry lots of speed through and early on throttle and just power out.
I wanted to touch on something you said, because all of this infield lap is really important, but that spread in qualifying. Seb, you're 1.5 seconds quicker than the slowest driver in the field.
Yeah, I think some people maybe didn't quite put enough focus on that. A lot of you can see the people at the front, they clearly have figured it all out and have put a lot of emphasis on the getting the tyres into the right window for quali. So I guess that explains the gap on a team-by-team basis of some teams have it figured out, some teams don't. So it's a bit of a shame that there's such a big gap, but also at the front it's extremely close. So for the most part, everyone's kind of on the same page, and it just comes down to the driver at that point. We all have different preferences on what we want with our tyre, so that's, yeah, where the differences lie.
Looks like a pretty good run of that chicane as well. The pressure of trying to stay within the confines of the track. Talk to us very quickly, Seb, before we release you to go and focus on the first race of the season. How important is qualifying really to get the rest of the season off on a good footing?
At this track, not really. It's, I think, the worst track to get pole because it means nothing. You will see in the races it's going to be carnage, and I will be very happy if I just finish both races. Another track, qualifying really important, but here all I cared about was being in the top 8 really. Again, some nice bonus points for pole, I think, but other than that, I know the race is going to be chaos, so I'm just looking to finish. This is a very chaotic track, and I think just securing some points and surviving is the main goal.
Well, best of luck to kick off the season. Congratulations on your 10th pole position in your Porsche eSports Supercup career, and best of luck for the chaos at the World Center of Racing.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let's get this thing going.
Here is your grid then. Sebastian Job and Alejandro Sanchez share row number 1 with Luke McEwen and Zach Campbell row number 2. Gustavo Ariel and Dino Lombardi on the 3rd row of the grid. Chris Lowe,
Let's get it going. Get into the action.
Oscar Pye, Kim Nielsen and Michael Janney round out the 6th row. Ty Stuckback and champion Jordan Caruso down on row number 7. Pinto and Thompson teammates row number 8 with Bryn Collins and Salva Talent row number 9. Simone Maria Marcheno and Sam Kaita round out row number 10. And Luca Kita, Cooper Webster, Julian Tony and Quentin Violate. Jakub Maciejewski and Marina Sarika share row number 13 with Parker White, Matti Sipila, Oskari Line and Alessandra Biko round out your 30-car grid. Well, let's take a look at how things and the races are going to go here today as we're on board the pace car. It's a 15-minute sprint race to start this one off, and then it will go on to the top 8 being inverted for the main race. 30 minutes, double the length for the main race for these drivers to be able to get themselves their championship positions and points in the early going. And we heard there from Sebastian saying it's good to get some early bonus points for the start of the season. It's a compressed season this season, Arjuna. We're down to 7 weeks of the championship. Points are going to be a much more of a premium.
And even in that 7 weeks, there are some unique formats that we'll have. We'll have a mid-season tournament. We'll talk more about that, I'm sure, once we get closer to it. Final round, the season finale, double main race rather than the sprint and the feature that we've traditionally become accustomed to. And so there are a lot of changes heading into this new season of the 2024 Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing. And very quickly, Paul, we have this full formation lap with which to work.
All right, got a formation lap. Let's get it.
Which is, I think, something that you and I maybe talked about a little bit off air, but that is changes in the series. So certain drivers stepping away from competition, such as Max Benneker, even the likes of Jamie Fluke, drivers who become very accustomed to seeing in the competition. And so rising in their stead, Paul, there are only 6 rookies that are actually joining the field.
Yeah, it's a really low amount of rookies joining us this time, but the lights are out on the pace car. We are going to be good to go here.
Here we go.
The opening round of the Porsche TAG Heuer eSports Supercup by iRacing. There goes the pace car to driver's left. Barney the flagman has got the green flag ready, and we're underway. Green flag in the air, and through they go, heading towards turn number 1. Great launch from Sebastian Job. It's now down towards who can get that second place though, because Luke McEwen is trying his best and has done so over Alejandro Sanchez. Gustavo Ariel is right there with him as well, trying to fight for 3rd place as we go into the International Horseshoe. It's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way down the field, through there and out the corner in towards the dogleg for the first time. And there's a car spearing off.
Oh, who was it?
And it's Josh Thompson. Thompson's dropping down the order, but we stay green flag.
Oh, big bump.
The Western Horseshoe. It looked like maybe Julian Sonnen perhaps getting involved there. No, it was Zach Campbell trying to sneak down the inside, not able to make the move. So it's Sebastian Job who leads just over half a second ahead of Luke McEwen, Alejandro Sanchez, Gustavo Ariel, Campbell, Lombardi back. Half pie is your top 10.
And so as we work into the Le Mans chicane for the first time of asking, McEwen in front of Sanchez, sister cars, even though one represents the Apex Racing team, one represents Stormforce Racing, they will likely be trying to work together and boxing out the likes of Gustavo Ariel, Zach Campbell, and even a fellow rookie in the ranking, Chris Lullen, who currently sits down in 6th position. So important to not get a slowdown on this first lap because it's so much more painful. Zach Campbell didn't seem to get a pretty good run off the corner, but he boxed out Chris Lullen, wasn't able to take advantage, and now Dino Lombardi in the Altus eSports car is going to close with a double draft.
And these cars going to be hitting VMAX, and you'll just be hearing them bouncing off the limiter in towards turn 1 and up at the front. McEwen was looking to the inside of Job. Meanwhile,
A lot of banging in there.
going on there further down. And
Lot of dough banging.
for the time being, 2023 champion Sheldon Caruso down in 15th right now. So not being a good start to his title defense at this point. Chris Lullen, one of those rookies to the series, driving for the Verstappen.com racing team. Well, he is going to be, I don't think he'll be under the most pressure. I think right now the pressure's off him being a rookie.
Yeah, I think there's two ways to look at it, right? One way is that you don't have the expectation, and so you should feel pretty free to come and just drive and perform. The other one is that we've often talked about second season syndrome, and look at Alessandro Bico. Yes, I know qualifying didn't go great for him here today down the very back of the order, but last season was a bit of a standout campaign for him in the Williams Esports camp. Grabbed a podium in the first round of the championship, and so there's two different ways to think about it. Luke McEwen's only in one sort of mind right now, which is I don't need to lead, I can play the bump drafting games to great effect.
Yeah, he certainly is doing just that, but he's got a little bit of a wiggle, not much of one, out of the Le Mans chicane. And that's just going to allow series veteran Alejandro Sanchez. You know, there's only 2 drivers who have actually got an ever-present
Lot of drafting going on here.
and Alejandro Sanchez, and look at that. The Apex Racing Team driver and the Stormforce Racing drivers working together to get themselves ahead of Job. I don't think Sebastian's too worried about that right now.
No, and especially if he can take advantage and slip up the inside of Sanchez. One thing to keep in mind, Sebastian Job representing, of course, the Oracle Red Bull Racing Esports team along with Cooper Webster, but Red Bull Racing Esports, Oracle Red Bull Racing Esports have a partnership now with Team Redline, and so they'll be working together. We've already seen Sebastian Job represent Team Redline in some other iRacing competitions. Might be a chance for Gustavo Ariel to work with Sebastian Job. Job on the outside, heading up to the Western Horseshoe.
Oh man, big send.
Sebastian, that he doesn't get hung out and get freight trained.
He's gonna get freight trained.
Alongside Sanchez, Alejandro Sanchez and Job. We saw those two having
Oh yeah, he's getting freight trained.
the run in the 2020 season, of course, those two, the year that Sebastian won the championship, and Sanchez has to drop in behind Gustavo Ariel. I mean, what a debut season it was for Gustavo. Absolutely sensational stuff. Got 2 main race victories and a sprint race victory as well. He's shown that he comes here to be business, and Sanchez down the inside into the Le Mans chicane. It's a change back up to second place for Alejandro.
And I think this is kind of what we should expect, right? If these are only going to be 8-lap races, every single lap is going to count because you want to put yourself in the right position at the right time. Zach Campbell's in a bit of no man's land. The only one of the VRS Coanda cars up towards the front, and the Georgia driver is going to sit behind and just watch as 3 red line machines push.
All right, guys, I gotta hop off. It's my first stream on YouTube. Thanks to anybody who stopped by. Catch you later. Bye. Be sure to subscribe and like and comment. Bye.